All right. You can put this down. All right. Thank you. Judah Ross. I'm here with the one and only Stephen Ross. No relation, but I feel like we're close in a special way anyway.
I'm doing enough business with him. Believe me,
Yeah.
we're close.
there's no closeness like people who work together and
That's
do business
right.
together.
That's
And
right.
I'm very appreciative of the opportunities you've given me. And I'm here today to feature a new one, which is a great opportunity for anyone out there who's looking for a commercial space. We've got 3,000 square foot. We're going to do a tour in a little bit, but I just want people to get an idea here. First thing that really hit me is it is getting hot outside.
Yeah.
We are inside a metal building, but it is really cool. So how'd you do that?
At all. Well, you insulate it for number one, and these doors are on R15, and they have operators on them, and that's the best way to take care of a door. And there's 2 bathrooms in here that will have a laundry sink in each bathroom and a toilet in each bathroom, and that's about it, really. There's currently a 200 amp service in here.
Okay.
It can have the second 200 amp service. So, I mean, that's really it. The heat it and cool it isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
The back of the building, which has a couple of little windows so you don't walk in when it's dark,
Yeah.
is to the west side, and they're low E argon gas filled glass.
Yeah.
And so it's right on 71. We got about 67,000 cars a day going by here. Great exposure for your business. And there's, like I say, 2 overhead doors, 2 people doors. We used to call them man doors.
Yep.
Now they're people doors. So, and 2 bathrooms, and you can heat it and cool it. 22 feet to the eave, which means you could put a floor in and still have in excess of 10 feet on each floor. If you wanted to come halfway and turn it into 4,500 square feet, that won't take a lot except putting a floor in. So
Awesome.
That's about it.
So it's really nice. You know, I love selling your homes. I see the difference. I work with a lot of builders, and I see the difference in what a really quality builder does.
Right.
Things like the low E argon filled windows, things like spray foam insulation in a home. It's really nice to see the commercial side of that, which is really needed in Bastrop. There's not a ton of commercial space at all.
No.
I see a lot of demand for it, especially a great location with all that drive-by traffic. Is incredible. What made you? I know you've had this really great storage and U-Haul rental business here for a while. What made you want to say, hey, it's time to expand?
Well, I'm 73 years old, and I bought these buildings at 2018 prices. So we put them up, and we did quite a bit more than I did the original expansion here, the original buildings, and we had it all engineered for drainage and text out right away and all that kind of stuff. And so I just thought it was a good spot. I bought the first piece for $50,000
Wow.
a long time ago. And I thought, well, I'll try RV storage. And so I tried that, and that filled up pretty quick. And we have another 24 spots over here for RV storage, and that's filling up. It's been, we got 6 out of 24 in the first week.
In the new section?
Yes.
Incredible. And you have amazing staff that works here. What's your
Floyd.
Floyd is awesome. I've known Floyd for many years now. A little personal story. I'm super thankful to you and Floyd. When I first moved here, I had a RV, and we bought a home. I needed to dump the RV, and I paid a lot of money for it. It was like at the peak of COVID, and I was like, I need to sell this, and I need to sell it for full price. And Steve was kind enough, let me put it out here for very, very reasonable price. It was incredible. Just the amount of traffic, the amount of calls that I got just from having a tiny little sign up and putting it right here on 71. I couldn't think of a better place to put a business. The exposure you're going to get, the ease of access you're going to get is really incredible. What are some uses you envision or you think would be a great fit for
any
this
kind
space?
of warehouse or shop? We certainly have ample parking here, which you can see in Judah's drone presentation. But anything you could do any kind of sales out of here, really anything. There's a lot of space. You have a 60-foot wall facing 71 and a 50-foot wall uninterrupted facing 71. So signage is not an issue.
Oh, that's
You know,
exciting just to
yeah.
think about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. Incredible. Well, I'm really excited to get this building leased out. I know we're going to find someone quickly. I bet there's someone watching this who's got a business, is thinking about a business idea, and thinks this would be a good fit. I always like to, when I speak to someone who's a veteran in the real estate business, has been investing, has been successful, I always like to ask for some advice. So I know I have some other agents like to watch this. I know there's younger people out there looking to get into real estate. What's the best piece of advice for someone who wants to invest in real estate or maybe even develop?
Well, if it's your passion, if you've never done it before, put $250,000 on your budget to begin with for mistakes.
Yep.
And always just get the right permits, text dot permits, whatever you need, and then move on with the rest of your life. Really, in Bastrop, the requirements have become a lot more in the last few years. But yeah, just keep your regular job.
Yep.
And, just continue to buy and let properties pay for themselves, and then get the next property, whatever it may be, and just continue.
And find a great real estate agent to work with.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you
if
gotta
you're
have
going
a
to
good
sell
team.
anything, now if you're going to build and keep it all, it doesn't make any difference. Or if you're not going to rent it. But yeah, you need a good agent that's paying attention and that's doing business. I always ask people say, well, I can do this.
Yeah.
Well, how long have you been doing it successfully? So you think you can do it. Well, there's a difference between doing it successfully and thinking how to do it.
Yeah.
Get the right person that is successful at it and isn't thinking how to do it. They are doing it.
Yeah.
Such as Judah and his team.
Thank you. Last question? Where do you? It's really exciting to see and be a part of a little bit commercial development here. Where do you see the commercial space in a decade in Bastrop?
Full.
Yeah. So many businesses are coming out here.
5 years.
It's
really.
crazy. Yeah.
You know, like starting in 26, really, is when things going to start to ramp.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, just full.
You can feel the energy out here.
Yeah, my RV store has been full for 8 years.
Yeah.
I've had one person move out, and a week later another one moves in, but that kind of thing. And this kind of building, and I can, if you don't get this building, I can close in some RV spots as I have for other people.
Oh, nice.
And making a shop for you or a storage or anything of this building will have it'll be well lit on the outside and pretty safe here.
Yeah. Truly a great location. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
I'm excited to get this place leased out and to see what we can do.
I'm excited to have you do it.
All right.
Thank you, Judah.
Thank you.